Breaking news, Saudi Arabia has been bombed, and Saudi Arabia is declaring war on the country that did it. Moments ago, missiles were fired towards Saudi Arabia, and the group that claims responsibility for these attacks is the Houthis in Yemen. But it gets worse. The Houthis say these strikes on Saudi Arabia were actually self-defense, in retaliation after Saudi Arabia actually bombed Sana's international airport in Yemen. The Houthi military spokesperson called those Saudi strikes, quote, blatant aggression, and they warned that Saudi Arabia would, quote, bear the consequences. And it seems now they have. The Houthis said, quote, this aggression will not go unanswered. Now, despite the Houthis in Yemen launching missiles at Saudi Arabia, moments later, Saudi Arabia said that its air defense systems actually intercepted the attacks. And Saudi officials say there were no reports of any casualties. But regardless of there not being any damage, Saudi Arabia is still likely to respond to this violence by the Houthis. And because of that, there's now a 21% chance that Saudi Arabia carries out military action against Yemen by the end of this month. Saudi Arabia said the reason for these first strikes onto Yemen's airport were actually in response to an Iranian passenger plane which landed illegally at the airport to take people back to Iran. Because of all this violence though, the United Nations has stepped in and warned both countries to refrain from attacking each other, but it seems they still will. But there is something important you need to know. First, I've obviously lost my voice, but I'm still working covering the news for you guys, so it's a good reason to leave me a follow. I'm always here for you. But what is important is that I actually help businesses and people get more attention on social media. And if you want to get more attention on social media, all you've got to do is message me on Instagram, the word edit.